Right now in real estate market, the appraisal is playing the big role and giving the so many hurdles between the buyers and sellers, and deals are breaking down. Do you want to find out why? Then stay tuned. Hey, this is Komal Acharya. I'm a local real estate agent in the Florida. If you're new to my channel, I make tons of videos about the Florida and also the real estate. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. It will make me feel good. So now let's talk about why appraisal is really important in this market and what is appraisal. If you're buying a property and financing that property, then the bank orders the appraisal in middle of the deal after almost 10 days. So that way bank knows that what is the value of the property. So when you're financing, technically the bank is buying for you, not you, because majority amount of the money bank is offering. You are just putting down maybe 3%, 5%, or maximum 20-25% down, and you are loaning the other rest of the amount from the bank. So bank wants to make sure that property is really worth for them or not. So that is the reason they do the appraisal. And let's now discuss the different scenarios. So now let's discuss why this appraisal is very important in throughout the deal. So many people actually thinks the only negotiation happens in the when you put an offer or maybe at the inspection. Normal scenario, the appraisal thing is sits behind the back because nobody cares about that. Normally the appraisal kind of doesn't become the hurdle through in the deal. Now let's discuss what is happening right now. So appraisal value comes down very low of that property. Now let's talk about if you face this issue, what you should do as a buyer or the seller. If you're on the seller side, I will highly advise ask a professional to negotiate with what you have. Sometimes over expecting makes the life more terrible. You may have to go through whole thing again, and who knows, the next appraisal is going to give that value what you're expecting, because this is all depends on that person who is going in the property and who is looking at the comparable. Maybe your real estate professional is looking at the numbers, but right, that's how you control this whatever happening right now, like over so fast the properties are getting in a higher and higher and making it harder for the buyer to buy something. So in the long run it's good, but at the same time, yeah, I understand as a seller you want the best value for that house, but when you face the appraisal issue, you should rethink about it, and you should be in a practical like a practical mindset, discuss with your professionals and judge accordingly, and try to negotiate with the buyer. Who knows, the buyer may come up with a few $1,000s up. Of course, that gap will not be filled if it's like $40,000 to $50,000 gap. Even the buyer wants to fill the gap if they loved your house, they loved everything, and they really want to close the property. But still, trust me, it's impossible. If somebody buying a house, 600, 700,000 house, they're putting like 20 to 30% down, and to bring that number in as a cash, it's impossible. Less percent down, like a 5%, then that tells you that they are not capable of putting more down, right? So they don't have a cash, and that's why they are going with that 5% in this competitive market. In the other hand, for the buyers, if you come across this and if you really love that, and for the buyers, this is the time for your negotiation. Yeah, after your inspections, this is the another way you can negotiate with the seller, but you need to evaluate based on your situation. Living in a rental, you already went through a lot to find that house which you loved it. How much percentage, like 1 to 10, how much you love that house, so depends on that. Try to negotiate again with the seller, maybe putting just $5,000 up or $10,000 extra from your pocket would help to close this deal. Then take the chance 100%, because market honestly, it's going to go higher and higher as the day pass. And who knows, you're going to get another property like this. Remember, any house you buy, you won't get 100% what you need, right? You at some point you have to compromise, and at the payment wise you have to just see the monthly what you're spending. And imagine if the interest rate was higher, you may have to pay a little, price wise more. So it's good you got that appraisal break, so you got to save that $40,000, and $10,000 maybe you're putting from your pocket. And another way to look at it is, now the 600,000 was your main price. Now 550,000 is your main price. So your down payment also reduces. So 20% of the 600 is different versus 550,000 of the 20% is different. So again, your closing cost reduces, your down payment reduces. So ultimately, the putting the 10,000 is not going to hurt you, and you may get this house in this market right now and become a homeowner with the lowest interest rate in the history. If you need any more assistance, or if you have any personal questions, you can comment me below, or you can contact me. My contact information is here. Let's discuss scenario number 2, where your appraisal came a little bit higher than the sell price, the contract price. So in that scenario, the buyer and the seller both don't have to worry about it, because the buyer feels they got the house something, it's more than a value of that property, and the seller doesn't have to worry about it because there is no more negotiation from the buyer side. In this case, many times they don't even release the appraisal to the seller. So payments, lender and the buyer. If there is a buyer's permission, then only lender can release the number of the appraiser. Otherwise, the hands becomes secret. I hope you like this video, and if you want to see my market video, it's here on the screen. You can click it and try to look at it, what's happening in the market. You will get the better idea and make the judgment accordingly. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video.